Hello, this is Kevin with Banggood Inc. And today we're going to take a look at a new release of BidMetrics for version 3.4 was just released. Actually, just a couple months ago from 3.3 that was released. And it looks like they've added a handful of nice changes to the system. So let's jump right in and take a look at a couple of them. I'm going to go open up a project. And I want this KC maintenance building. So as I open up my estimate here, I'm going to crunch this up a little bit. So as I'm looking at my summary spreadsheet, over on the right hand side, they've added a little bar where I can actually look at my estimate totals, and they've made it where it's actually, there's, where I could go through and resize it and, get things looking the way I want to. And you've always been able to open these and so forth, but you could change between like totals, my stats, reports, so I can fire up a report right from here and things of that nature. So just a little bit easier to kind of navigate or see some of the stuff where I can actually resize the bars and so forth also as you're going through. So just kind of a nice little thing that I could just kind of turn off. So instead of some buttons across the top and things like that, they've just kind of made it as a sidebar since I kind of flip up on the side there, and something I can, quickly jump between my, statistics of looking at what my percentage of different types of business enterprises are, or getting to different types of reports and things like that right from just kind of a flyout bar and so forth. So kind of nice little feature there that was added. As I'm looking at my system, you now have administration at the top. So instead of the gear cog that they've had in the past to get to administration, now I could just go to administration. So it's just like my project subcontractors administration. So that way it's a pretty key thing. So it just pulls up right off the bat. So I can go through and get to all my administration features there. So that one's more just a change. I don't know that it really, whether it's a gear cog or administration, but that's how you get to it now. They've added the ability to write reports and access the supplement components now and so forth. So some of the reports that you could go do create before didn't have access to get to some of the bid clarification information or some of the scope information and so forth. So they've just basically opened up the data a little bit more, so that way you can get more access to writing reports and more of the data to get to it and so forth. Let's go back into my bid here. They've also changed the highlight colors. So with the highlight colors, we've always been able to go through there and say, I want to see $0 items or, any line items that I don't have subcontractor bids on yet and things of that nature. They've now made it where I can go back and actually change the color and get into a wide spectrum of different colors based on, what I want to see. So that way I can tell the differences just between, one and the other. So if I go back and say that I want maybe this just to be a different shade of yellow or something like that, I can go off and change it. So that way I can see kind of a separation between what line items in my spreadsheet are ones that have phases that don't have any dollars versus which one are lines that I've got no bids, that it's my self-perform budgets that's in there type of relationship. So key things, so that way I could basically set up colors to tell the difference, so that way they don't look like all the same highlighter color that I've had in the past. The other thing that I think is probably a real nice thing too that they've changed is a lot of the time when you're looking at your projects, and I'm going to go to look at a table view, when you look at your projects and so forth, you could go through and see them all, and you can see it with a tile view also. But I think it's, as you're looking at it, they've added the ability now to sort this list. So a lot of the time they sorted in the kind of as a creation date and things like that. I can now look at most recent, which is kind of cool, because that way this KC maintenance is the one I just looked at or was just in. That way it can actually keep most recent at the top of the list, or easier to find than having to sift through and find them and things like that also. So a little bit more flexibility on how that list gets sorted, with that most recent being one of the new, options to be able to sort that list by. And as we take a look at, let's go back into my project here. And as we're looking at a bid, they now have added a no button at the top here that basically allows me to turn it into dark mode. So as I click on it, you'll now see that it's in dark mode. So shows that with the moon symbol. If I click on the moon symbol, it'll go back into the bright white or the day mode and things like that. So kind of nice for those people that, a lot of other products are getting into dark modes or web browsers and things like that. So it's nice to be able to have the product be able to switch that over with just a matter of a click of a button. That's pretty much the new things that was added in the 3.4. So get in there and check it out. Thanks for watching.